The second Fighter's Pass character has been added to Smash Ultimate,
So let's give you online warriors some quick basic tips
to help you get good with.
and punish Hero.
First, let's get you good with Hero. Unlike the last DLC character, Hero is not a combo character. Sure, he has a couple very basic combos, but his real strengths are edge guarding and his overwhelming special attacks. Regardless, it's still good to know a couple go-to combos if you see the opportunity for them. If the other guy is at low percents, Hero's down throw can combo into up tilt or up air for an easy 14 to 20%. It's a little awkward, but if you land on the ground with his up air, you can combo into up smash or forward smash also at low percents. This is good to know because Hero has a 1 in 8 chance of his smash attacks doing critical damage. That would make this combo deal an incredible 45%, and it kills a character like Mario as early as about 25%. Also, make sure to use his amazing up tilt. It doesn't combo or do a ton of damage, but it covers a fantastic amount of space, making it an excellent anti-air, perhaps the best in the game. But Hero's main gimmick is his special moves, especially his down B, which brings up a menu of 4 randomly selected abilities. In this video, we're not going to go through what every single one of them does. Instead, we're going to teach you how to better manage the randomness to your advantage. Even though the menu gives you a few close range moves, you're better off using down B at a safe distance the majority of the time. Pressing down B commits you to the menu for 19 frames or about a third of a second, and the fastest attack the menu gives you won't come out until 6 frames later. So if you're just opening your menu right in people's faces, that's enough time for a lot of the cast to hit you with a combo or sometimes just an outright smash attack. If you don't see a particular spell you want, you can shield, air dodge, or jump to cancel the menu and try again about half a second later. Oh, and if you're facing the wrong way when you do down B, select your menu option by pushing the right stick in the direction of your opponent to instantly cast a spell the correct way. It should go without saying, but if you want to be a strong Hero player, take the time to really learn everything his down B can do. Keeping track of it all in the heat of a match, though, that's a different story. To make it easier, make a mental list of the spells you want in different situations. That way you can train yourself to only keep an eye out for the ones that will be the most helpful. For example, if you or your opponent are respawning, you'll want to amp yourself up with something that gives you a buff. That would mean Accelerator, Oomph, Psych Up, Bounce, or Heal. Just depends on what you need. If you manage to break a shield or put them to sleep, but you know that a smash attack won't quite kill them yet, be on the lookout for Oomph, Psych Up, Hatchet Man, or Magic Burst to hit them with that juice. Or there's always Whack and Thwack if you want to chance an instant kill. But if your opponent is off stage and trying to get back, this is where Hero is very good at making their lives a living hell. If you're toward the middle of the stage, hover around something like Snooze, Bang, Kaboom, Sizz, or Sizzle to try catching them once they climb back up. These kinds of moves tend to have big hitboxes, so they ought to cover most of their options pretty well. If you're closer to the ledge where they're about to be, you might consider Kamikaze. But if you manage to get Magic Burst, always do Magic Burst. Unless you happen to be playing Super Smash Bros. With God himself, they are going to get hit by this. It covers just about everywhere they could possibly be, so it's almost always worth burning your entire MP meter. But fact of the matter is, Magic Burst is just one of the moves in Hero's arsenal that can edgeguard extremely well. Speaking of edgeguarding, if you've got 42 MP to burn, go for a fully charged side B near the ledge for a massive explosion of lightning that hits above the ledge, below the ledge, armors through attacks, and hurts more than finding out Santa Claus isn't real.
Santa isn't real?
Even if they've already made it to the ledge, it's not a bad idea to go for it when you think they're going to climb up on stage anyway. If they do anything, literally anything, besides jumping down and re-grabbing the ledge, there is some part of this admittedly no-skill move that will make them die. And then you get to laugh about it. If you want to edgeguard but can't or don't want to spend the MP on what's probably a brain-dead move, Hero has plenty of decent options for 2-frame punishes. A 2-frame punish is an attack that can hit an opponent in the 2 frames of vulnerability before they get ledge invincibility. Obviously 2 frames is a very tight window, But with good timing, Hero's down smash, sword aerials, and down tilt can all hit far enough below the ledge to 2-frame most characters for relatively low risk. Or you can just always, you guessed it, use Magic Burst for the easiest 2-frame punish in the game. Oh, and we don't know what the deal with this is, and it's probably gonna get patched out in the future, but if you're up against Charizard and you put on the projectile reflecting bounce spell, just start taunting him at full screen. Because for some reason, if Charizard tries his murder move, the Flare Blitz, you just won't die. We tested this on other characters, and it looks like this is a middle finger specifically to Charizard. We don't know why. Okay, that's way more than enough talking about Hero's oppressive offense, so how about we cover Hero's best defensive option? If you find yourself stuck in your shield and you desperately want to get them off of you, Hero has a pretty decent out of shield option to help you out. An out of shield option is a move that you can do without having to let go of the shield button. This saves you the time of having to go through the shield drop animation and will make it much easier to get them to think twice about being all up in your business. If they land in front of you and close to your shield, Hero's grab can reach them in a respectable 6 frames. But if they're outside your reach, behind you, or you just want to take the guesswork out of the equation, lightly tap up B for a decent option. Whoosh comes out in just 7 frames, which is barely over a 1/10 of a second. Keep in mind that you can be hit during those 7 frames, and if your move gets blocked, you risk getting hit by something even more painful. But if it connects, and if they have a little bit of damage tacked onto them already, there's no possible way for them to hit you before you're able to retreat to safety once again.
Okay, I have had it with all these so-called heroes online, so I'm here to give you some tips to punish RNG, the character. As beastly as a lot of Hero's moves are, they're all limited to how much MP he has left. The most effective way Hero replenishes MP is by attacking up close. Whether he hits your shield or hits your face, he gets rewarded with MP. The stronger the attack, the more MP he gets. So he gets rewarded either way. But lucky for you, most of his close-up moves are both slow and relatively unsafe if you block them. Early Smash community consensus is that one of the best ways to deal with Hero's range shenanigans is to rush him down and stay close where throwing out those moves is riskier. So unless you play a character who just has to spend a lot of time at long range, try to keep that gap between you small enough that Hero doesn't feel like he can get away safely with opening that menu up. Just a few theoretical examples of characters who could be decent at rushing down and pressuring Hero might be Captain Falcon, Joker, Pikachu, Yoshi, Mewtwo, Palutena, Fox, Inkling, and Sonic. Bigger characters like Ridley, Donkey Kong, and Bowser may also be worth exploring. They'll take more damage trying to get in, but their damage output in the right hands just might make it worth the struggle. On paper, it actually kind of makes sense. The majority of Hero's stronger moves are better at long range than up close. Hero's sword may be strong, but he can't swing it around as quickly as other sword wielders. This means that if you're juggling him effectively, he won't have a very easy time escaping well-executed pressure. Since his best and most reliable means of escaping combos is to air dodge, bait it and punish it just like you can against any other character. Unless you think a Hatchet Man or buffed up Smash attack is coming your way, don't be afraid to just wait in your shield for Hero to overextend himself. Hero's throws can't kill you unless you're at stupidly high percentages, and most combos he gets out with his throw can be avoided by holding the stick away from Hero. This is called directional influence, or DI for short. As devastating as Hero's range spells are, if you manage to weave around them, you'd be surprised just how vulnerable he is after so many of them. If you can manage to jump over his enormous fireballs, you should be able to hit him with an aerial attack. If you do manage to grab the ledge right before Hero's edge guarding spell goes off, and he just so happens to be standing too close to you, do a ledge attack as soon as you possibly can. Ledge attacks across the board are completely invincible, so no matter how big of an explosion Hero might be causing, it still can't beat your invincibility. Remember what we taught you about 2-frame punishes? Don't forget that those work on Hero too. See if any of your favorite characters have moves that can reach below the ledge or last for a long time. Those are your safest go-to attacks for 2-framing Hero. Just remember that if you're anywhere near Hero's up B tornadoes, you're basically asking to lose a stock. So unless he's using his up B from farther away, keep your 2-frame options on the stage. You don't even have to 2-frame Hero if your character has other ways of pestering him when he's off stage. Hero's recovery requires MP. If you can force him to keep trying recoveries, he'll eventually run out and lose a stock. Finally, and this is kind of a meta thing, but make sure to peek at his menu options too. This works the same way as our advice on keeping an eye on Joker's persona meter, but this is a bit trickier. Since you're probably not as familiar with Hero's massive list of spells as someone who mains him would be, here's a few big tells that something destructive is going to be sent your way. If the spell starts with an S, B, or K, be on guard. But if you see an M, run, as Hero is more than likely going to pull out a magic burst and ruin your life. When you're recovering back onto the stage, it should give you just a few quick moments to peek at his spell list and make a judgment call. Hero's heavy use of RNG is already hotly controversial in the Smash community.
But what do you think of him so far?
Is his randomness more of a strength or a weakness?
Are you going to use our tips?
Or are you just going to YOLO hocus pocus and hope for the best?
And if you guys have any tips for playing as or against Hero we might have missed, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you when Banjo drops. At long last, the addition to the Ultimate Smash roster that everyone has been waiting for. With Banjo-Kazooie finally entering the fray, let's dissect their treasure trove of moves and put the puzzle pieces together to figure out how they play. Keep in mind that even though there's a lot of speculation in this video, I do know my way around Smash better.